Well, I believe that this is one of the most requested and most anticipated backpacks that I have ever reviewed. And I think rightfully so.
Remember our story? We used to drive around in a forest of concrete, of concrete. You were 2 years older, I was taking the lead while I sat in the backseat. Then we both grew up in time, but everything's still on my mind all the time. Yeah, all the time when I think it over. I remember you said one night you would never leave this town on your own, but now you're gone.
So the big question is, why is this bag so interesting? And to partially answer that question, let's go briefly over all of the specs and features of this bag.
Available in the minimal and modular version. Modular version is customizable via pouches that can be attached via these magnetic attachment points. And who doesn't like magnets? Both versions are 25 liters in capacity. 900 denier 3-layer micro hex performance textile, laser cut Hyperlon, contoured and well padded back panel with hidden documents pouch, rounded highly adjustable and well padded shoulder straps, magnetic sternum strap, quick access compartment in the front, YKK AquaGuard zippers, clamshell opening, laptop compartment accessible via extra top opening, bright inner 500 denier silver coated ripstop lining, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 internal organizational pockets, and 2 mesh pockets.
So this was the boring spec stuff, and as I said before, I predominantly used the minimal version of the Citadel, and now you will ask, how was it like to use it day to day? So just like the Black Amber V4, check out the review in the info tab above. The build quality is exceptional.
All the zippers and materials feel great and are very confident inspiring that this bag will not fail you on any time soon. The organizational panels on both sides of the main compartment are a great tool, especially if you carry a lot of tech and don't want to use a lot of pouches or cubes to organize your stuff. A neat addition is also the hidden document compartment in the back panel, great for travel documents for instance. And speaking of the back panel is very comfortable and the rounded shoulder straps are highly adjustable and very comfortable as well. The rounded style helps to have lots of padding without making the straps too bulky. Furthermore, the reduced contact patch helps a lot to reduce sweating during the summer.
Also, a neat touch is how the strap ends of the shoulder straps are actually kept away, or organized, or tidied up.
So I use this bag on my commute to work, but also on my motorbike. Obviously, this is not a dedicated motorbike backpack, but it did work pretty well. But be aware that this 900 denier 3-layer micro hex performance textile is actually designed to absorb light. Therefore, I attached a bike light to one of these connection points. And because I used this on the bike, I actually didn't mind the non-removable sternum strap that much. The magnet made it quite easy to attach and detach the sternum strap while on the bike. But this was also a slight annoyance. When you are taking off the bag to stand the bag on the ground for instance, it does happen that the magnets of the sternum strap close by themselves. So as soon as you grab the bag casually and want to put the bag on, you actually can't because the sternum strap is closed.
And according to Murphy's Law, this always happens when I'm in a rush.
And speaking of standing the bag on the ground, yes, the bag stands up by itself. But the bag isn't padded at all at the bottom, so be careful when dropping the bag on the ground, especially if you have some expensive equipment in there.
And equipment is seemingly something that Black Amber has thought a lot about with their huge array of compartments.
All these are designed for cables, hard drives and other gadgets. Unfortunately, these pockets are rather let's say unflexible, and designed for compact hard drives, for instance. My LaCie rugged hard drive does not fit, for instance. Furthermore, these mesh pockets are quite tight. You can fit a lot of stuff into them, but I wish they had a little bit more flex to them. The main compartment has this optional divider to keep all of your stuff inside the main compartment in place. Unfortunately, it isn't as useful as I was hoping for, as it just adds another layer to the main compartment and therefore more or less takes away some precious space. Because the space of the main compartment is limited in a way.
So everything has a downside, and the downside of this very durable and waterproof material is that it isn't very flexible and adaptable compared to softer materials.
So when you pack a lot of stuff, the material doesn't have a lot of give to easily adapt to the items that you are packing. Moreover, the bag has a slightly curve to it, which does help in terms of comfort, but does make packing bigger or boxier items slightly more cumbersome. That being said, you can fit a lot of stuff into it, but on my first impressions, I was anticipating more space.
I'm a huge fan of Black Amber products. Their design and choice of materials is very refreshing and very good, and their approach to modularity is very well thought out, although I obviously chose to test the Citadel Minimal. But this was actually because I prefer the look of the Minimal, and with all the Black Amber packs you can add a lot of stuff to it. And with pouches, you need to evaluate yourself what kind of pouches you actually need. But I would recommend to get at least one or preferably two of these handles, because the added top handle on the Citadel is basically just a necessity that Black Amber added to the pack. But in my humble opinion, this top handle is not very useful because it is very thin and therefore not very comfortable to use. But these optional top and side handles are so good looking and so useful, so I would recommend to get them and add them to the cost of the bag. Furthermore, I would think hard about the compression divider, because I haven't used them that much and I don't know if you actually need them. So I would recommend just to evaluate if you actually would need it. To me, this is a great backpack, especially for the office. All of the compartments help me to organize all of my gear, although I would have wished that all the compartments and mesh pockets were a little bit more flexible, so I could fit my Logitech MX Master mouse or my LaCie hard drives into them, and b, there were some internal attachment points for the Black Amber pouches. So instead of these compartments, it would have been nice to have some of their magnetic mounts. Overall, I really enjoyed using this bag. It has a very appealing look, it's very durable, it's very comfortable to carry, and has lots of organizational compartments right from the start. But the only thing that you need to be aware of is that the Black Amber Citadel might not fit as much items as other 25-liter backpacks. So it might be a good idea to check out my "What bag size do I need" video in the info tab above. But overall, I can highly recommend the Black Amber Citadel. Check out the description below for the detailed scores. And like always, if you have any more questions, please comment below. And if you enjoyed this video, click the like button. And please feel free to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell icon so you won't miss next videos. Thanks. So if you have seen the Psycop Daypack review, I have previewed the Kosan Travel Pack system, and I was actually supposed to film this video this week, but I need to start reviewing and filming this bag first, which is the Air Tech Pack. So yeah, I will start reviewing and filming this bag this week, and then afterwards I have already reviewed the Kosan Travel Pack, but I haven't started filming it. But I need to do this video first and yeah, surprise you with something. So subscribe to my channel so you won't miss the video review of the Air Tech Pack next week, and definitely watch the whole video to the end.